ER verbs follow the same principles for conjugations as the AR verbs, but they just have different endings. So, in order to demonstrate these endings, we're going to use the verb comer. Now, the verb comer means to eat. So, like hablar in the AR, the first step will be just to take off the ER. So, as we go through the verb endings, these are what they will be. In the I form, or yo, we get O. For you, or the to form, we get S. For the he or she form, or él or ella, also the usted, we get A. For the nosotros, we get hemos. For the vosotros, we're going to skip for the right now. And for the ellos and ellas, and the ustedes form, we will get N. So to demonstrate this, first of all, if we want to say I eat, the first thing we'll start off with is the word yo. Therefore, we look at the chart, yo's in the top left, O is in the top left, so we get yo como. If we want to say you eat, U is in the middle, so we start off with tu. We look in the middle down here, tu comes. If we want to say he or she eats, he or she's in the bottom left, therefore we look at the bottom left, él or ella come. If we want to say we eat, we look up at the top right, nosotros comemos. Lastly, if we want to say they eat, or you all eat, we look up here, that's in the bottom right down here, so we get ellos, or ellas, comen. Now, let's do a couple of sentences to demonstrate this in real life situation. So the first one we're going to use is you run on the beach. So the first thing we're going to start off with is the word you, which we know as tu. Now, the verb to run is correr. So therefore we're going to take off the ER and we're going to look up here, tu forms in the middle, therefore we need the middle down here. Tu corres en la playa. You run on the beach. Next sentence we're going to do is the students learn Spanish. So we're going to start off with students, los estudiantes. If you're more familiar with los alumnos, you could use that as well. To learn is aprender. Take off the ER. So therefore we look up here. Now estudiantes is not ellos or ellas, él or ella, tú, yo, or nosotros. Remember we talked about over here with this third person, if it's not including yourself, which is the first person, talking to another person, which is the second person, everything else has to be in the third person. So therefore, we know estudiantes, that is plural. So therefore, we can't be on the left side, we have to use the right. So therefore, it has to be this ellos, ellas, or ustedes form. So therefore, it gets the EN. Los estudiantes aprenden el español. Alright, the last one we're going to do is we read a lot of books. So, first thing we need to look at is the subject pronouns. Nosotros is the word for we. So we'll start with nosotros. The verb leer is to read. We're going to cross off the ER. Then we're going to put the EMOS on there. Leemos. And then a lot of books. Muchos libros. And that is how you conjugate ER verbs. Next, we're going to move on to IR verbs.